Focusing on intentionality around leadership education and reflective practice.
So the whole piece of advancing where we're headed, what is leadership education for, who's really doing leadership education, how do we connect ourselves. We have all of these great activities that are being done in higher education, but what's behind that?
Hi, I'm Mike Sullivan from Lehman College in Bronx, New York.
My name's Brenda. I'm from Kent State. Go Flashes!
Natalie Hogan, Rhode Island School of Design. Go Nads!
Lisa Bergeron from the University of Houston. Go Cougs.
I'm Michelle Welter and I'm from Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Go Cougars!
My name is Lisa Sheeler and I'm from Georgetown University. Go Hoyas!
Matt Miller from Bridgewater State University. Go Bears!
My name is Wendy Burns and I'm from Hamlin University in St. Paul, Minnesota. Yay Pipers!
Paul, and I'm the Deputy Director of the Rockefeller Center for Public Policy and the Social Sciences at Dartmouth College. If this wasn't a long enough name for you, please just simply call ourselves Rocky.
Denise Simona Rogers and I'm here from ODU. Let's go Monarchs!
Really excited because a lot of times we talk about sort of the external leadership things that are going on, and so asking ourselves to actually put ourselves into the leadership process and engage in that from a professional standpoint, I think will be really helpful for us to go back and do stronger programs.
Open myself for learning, sort of always looking for that connection points as people are talking. What is it they're saying that I can relate to, or what do I have to contribute, or how can what they're saying connect to something I'm doing or thinking and benefit my own learning, but then also the learning that I take back to my campus.
One of the things that they talked about was their own development, and I think that's the piece that we may not do intentionally to bring in Susan's work about intentionally doing our own development as leadership educators. In a sense, are we taking our own courses?
I think a lot about intentionality, but not only intentionality in working with my students and helping to develop them to the next level, but also intentionality in my own development. Yep. Because I think that's key. If we're not doing it ourselves, how can we teach it to our students?
Leadership is very important, and we don't have an abundance of good leadership, it seems like, out there. So trying to figure out what makes good leadership and how to implement it is certainly important.
I have learned a lot about thinking about my own, what I do on a day-to-day basis of work, and trying to think about some things that you would change in terms of your personal habits. It's been very interesting and challenging.
To share with the group, I think that I found a lot of really special things said by my colleagues or partners, and if I just share a little bit about my own experiences, oftentimes their insights are extremely spot on.
We know high impact practices are something that are important, but then how do we take those elements of the high impact practice that works and how do we adapt it to our leadership programs?
I really appreciate assessment and just reinforcing that need for it when sometimes you don't hear that so much at work. But here it's like, no, really, like you have to do it. And I'm like, okay, thank goodness.
And social capital were a critical part of leadership development, but today I learned that there's actual data to back up what I've always suspected.
I think what is really needed is a really integrative approach, actually using these skills that you're learning.
We were talking about this idea that change is really hard on campuses, and everyone makes it everyone else's fault. So it's hard for student affairs to change because faculty don't want to change. Faculty don't want to change because they are working on something else.
I think that collaboration seems to be a really key theme from the most recent session, and it's going to be the answer to a lot of our questions is when we get a group of talented people together who have that shared commitment and will work together towards that common goal.
And as a faculty member, because some of the classes that I teach are with the student affairs or the student development side of the campus. So I'm just trying to learn how to work both of them together.
Us kind of taking the baby steps to start off that integration to then role model that for academic affairs is really going to be helpful and kind of be a way for us to enter into that conversation and continue those partnerships and collaborations that maybe aren't as strong right now, but that everyone wants to see happen. But
is such a opportunity for self-renewal, and I have to preface this with, I've been coming since '99, and I keep coming back to this experience because of the opportunity for this, not only just professional enrichment, but it's really that personal renewal that comes from the opportunity to spend this kind of time with our colleagues and scholars in exploring not just the scholarship of leadership, but really getting to really explore yourself.
And coming to the symposium at this point in my career has really opened my eyes to what the field holds, the potential that it holds, and the excitement of the professionals that lie within it. And it's given me a huge hope. And then when you get around folks that are amazingly intelligent and just so passionate in what they do, it makes you want to be a better professional.
I choose to play. I choose to play. What's the question?
What would be one word to summarize your experience?
Hard.
Oh, what am I supposed to say?
Are you going?
Mm-hmm. First word that comes into your mind.
Oh gosh, crap.
That's what I was going to say.
It's the space between the heron and the spider.
Word reflection. Confused as well.
Confused as well over here.
Validation.
Teething.
Change.
Excited.
What would you say?
Sizzle.
Rich.
This week is intense.
Discouraged.
Discouraged. Despaired. Absolutely.
Challenging.
3.
Evolving.
Optimistic and pessimistic.
Energized.
Endurance.
Go.
Stimulating. Inspiring. It's creepy long.
Go.
3 words.
Say something.
Leadership for what?
Okay. And go.
Optimistic.
Inspiration.
Connected.
Say.
Thought-provoking.
Challenging. Put it in a positive way.
2, 3.
Transformation.
Hopeful.
Aspiring. Enriching.
Inspiring.
Potential.
Reflection.
Really deep and meaningful.
It's just excitement. I'm really, really excited.